Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frost Esports. Tonight, we got some Rocket League action with the 62nd edition here of the Rocket League 3v3s. But tonight, I can't do it alone. I'm joined by the fantastic Pirate sitting in the casting booth with me, the one and the only Starcoin hero. How are you doing today, Star?
I am doing absolutely fantastic on this wonderful Halloween's night. And we are just about ready to get into the first matchup of the day. Red Crown Academy versus abcdefghijklmnopqrstuvwxy and Z, or also known as the Alphabet Soup Gang. Not the Alphabet Soup Gang, but Alphabet Soup. I wanted to spice it up a little bit.
Yep, for sure. They're going to be playing off in a best of three, and the winner of that will face off in the winners final for a best of five. After that, we'll focus towards the loser final, which will be another best of three. And then, obviously, both of those teams that win the winners final, losers final will play in that grand final. The team that is coming from the winners final will have a game advantage in that best of seven.
That they will, and that one game advantage, it may not seem like it's a huge advantage, but when it gets really close, that one game can be the difference between winning and losing, because it is such a good feeling to just know that you have an advantage. You start the series off one step ahead, and the other team knows that they have to take even bigger strides if they want a chance to take the tournament.
Exactly. You have some time to slip up, some time to maybe recover if your strategies don't immediately work. And having that one game advantage really, really does help. And, both of these teams looking really strong, though, going into this match. Red Crown Academy and the Alphabet Soup Gang, both 2-0ing in their previous match. So, this one is going to be really, really intense.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really solid match. So far, Red Crown Academy not losing a single game so far. But hey, Alphabet Soup, they have not either. Both of them are 4-0 on the tournament so far, looking to advance to 6-0. But do you think we're going to have that? Do we think we're going to see a sweep? Or are we going all the way to game 3 for this match, for match number 1?
I think it's going to be close. I don't think we'll have a sweep. It could be like it's easy to gain momentum in those 3-game series where you can just, go in and sweep. But it does really feel like both of these teams have the capabilities to win some games. So I feel like we should be able to see a best of 3 here and see all of the amazing action. Because like you said, neither of them have dropped a game, but going up against each other, we'll see how fierce their competition actually was.
We'll just have to see. And one thing about the undefeated mentality is that it always adds an extra level of nervousness for some teams. I mean, the farther you get into it, the longer the streak is, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to drop a game. And then whenever it does happen, some of these teams have a really tough time coming back. Don't think neither of these teams are going to struggle with that. Both these teams seem like they are solid teams. And we'll just have to see which one of these teams is able to best the other one in the winners semifinals.
Exactly. Who can be the better team here? And it's going to be Red Crown Academy wearing the blue and Alphabet Soup wearing the orange. Right away, no action in the first 30 seconds. Grayson trying to do some fancy footwork there, but Painter's going to take it from him into the corner. And getting this first game, getting a first goal is very, very important for that momentum.
Yo, definitely. In game number 1, the first goal is absolutely huge, as that just starts the series off on the right foot. Even if you aren't able to take the first game, it's still good to get the first goal, and the first goal will go to Alphabet Soup. Huge shot from Turbo off of the whiff on the back line from Red Crown. 1-0.
Now that's a beautiful, like we mentioned, getting that momentum to start off this game. Only a minute already gone, but like you said, off of that bounce, Turbo locks it on in. And Alphabet Soup striking first blood here in this best of 3 series. Now for Red Crown, they have to try and recover. Matthew's going to be back to try and take this one into midfield. Grayson once again being a problem and trying to keep this in the offense. And once again, they're just really good, it seems like right now, Alphabet Soup, at just getting opportunities towards that net.
That they are. Alphabet Soup have made themselves a little home out of the blue side of the field, and Red Crown not able to get these intruders out of their side, as there's another shot put on, but once again, this one's a little too high so far. 7 shots for the side of Alphabet Soup. 4 saves, and that will be an 8th shot for them. Second goal, 2 up is the Alphabet gang.
They will take a 2-0 lead early in this first game, and like you said, you know, these intruders just busted in. They really need to buy some ADT or something, some home defense here, because Style's on them in that one. And 2-0 lead, a huge start for them. Still 3 minutes of play here in this game number 1, but Red Crown Academy really needs to get it back together, and they will. Painter will strike back, cutting the deficit to just 1.
Right there, what happened with Alphabet Soup, they were so used to getting on the attack that whenever the momentum switched and they were on the back foot, they just could not get back that fast because they have not been on the defense at all in this game number 1. So that will probably be an eye-opener for them, that they cannot just make themselves available in the front half of the field. They have to respect the back line as well.
Definitely do. You know, you can't win the game with just offense. You're going to need some defense along with it. And like you said, definitely an eye-opener. They need to get, you know, reset and ready. Still half of this game number 1 left to play. And Steel's got to be careful there, because they were real close. That demo takes out Turbo and Painter. Trying to reset this one, but out of boost. Grayson now pushing it on forward. Once again, going back into this offensive zone here for Red Crown Academy. Trying to get something going. Just barely saved there as Style tries to send it on back to Turbo, and they reset this offense.
Style gets it past 2. Grayson with the easiest shot of their career. What a huge play by Style. Grayson got the credit for the goal, but I mean, Style making all 3 players commit and then just leaving Grayson with an easy shot. Beautiful play from the Alphabet gang.
Yeah, that is just absolutely beautiful, and you love to see it. 3-1 now for the Alphabet Soup gang over here, but Red Crown Academy not out of it yet. They have shown they can score. They just need to take advantage of that, you know, cracks in the defense here from Alphabet Soup. But the offense, the plays are really seeming to be there. The communication, like you mentioned, the passing along with it for Grayson to get that shot on goal is just really good so far from Alphabet Soup.
It has been incredible from this orange team. There's just nothing that Red Crown can really do to stop it. They got that first goal, but ever since, they have just been shut down. And here's Turbo, huge passing play. What a shot. 2 goals in a row for Grayson. And that puts the score at 4-1. Alphabet Soup starting to run away.
Yeah, that is a beautiful shot there from Grayson. Like you said, back-to-back goals assisted by Turbo. Absolutely huge. And 4-1 lead now with, you know, 1:40 left. Time is starting to tick down here for Red Crown. They could get something going, but they're going to have to do it quick. And this offense from Alphabet Soup, although the defense may not be there, their offense definitely is pushing it in once again. No one there for that centering pass. Skyline will send it out of danger here.
But they will, but Style immediately putting it back online and not letting Red Crown have any room to breathe. Another passing play on the front foot of Alphabet Soup. Another backboard shot is there for Red Crown. It misses, and Turbo lets the defense get away with one this time. Red Crown putting a shot on target. Style missing the save. Turbo forced to make a last-second save, and what a save that is. 50 seconds to go, and Red Crown is still down 3.
Yep, they're still down 3, and some beautiful defense there coming out from Alphabet Soup. A little bit of luck on their side as that ball just does not connect, and time is ticking down. Grayson on solo defense, but somehow still protected. A flip reset, and now pushing on in here. 30 seconds remain, and you honestly got to think time is a ticking down here for this Red Crown team. Game 1 just does not look to be going their way, and with 20 seconds left, Grayson trying to bump it out. Painter trying to get something going, but there's maybe some mess up in the air. Turbo taking it by themselves. Turbo, beautiful. Matthew there to stop it, but you got to think time is just already too far gone.
Yeah, there's just no way they can get this. One more goal possibly for Alphabet Soup, but it's not going to happen now. Alphabet Soup winning their first game of the stream 4-1. I'm thinking a little bit too far ahead in the series. 4-1 is the score. And Llama, after that domination of a game 4-1, and it was not necessarily close. I mean, you had 10 shots to 4 shots on the side of Red Crown. You thinking about changing your answer? Because I think I am.
I mean, I think I am. You know, that this honestly, this Alphabet Soup team is looking really, really dominant. We can see why they are undefeated up until this point, and it just seems like Red Crown, they need to change something, and they're only going to have one game to do it. They need to succeed in this next game, or they are going down to the losers bracket. Now, mind you, they aren't out. They have that safety net of the losers bracket to try and, bounce back up, try and go run on through. But you don't want to have to use this early. You want to at least make it to that winner's final before at least having a chance there. And, Red Crown, they got a good goal. They got a good goal on Alphabet Soup's non-existent defense. But the offense from Alphabet Soup was just superb, and Red Crown need to find an answer.
Yeah, they really do. And it's going to be so difficult when you have an offense that is so suppressive like Alphabet Soup's. Red Crown Esports, Red Crown Academy, excuse me, when they were able to get on their front foot, they were able to get a couple of really good shots put on the net. But the problem was they were very few and far between, and there was just not enough prosperity for those shots to really make an impact. It made one goal, but when that's compared to the 4 goals of Alphabet Soups, it's practically nothing.
It's really tough. You talked about really no opportunities there. They're getting some offense here early in game number 2, but they're going to have to find some sort of answer, because you lose this game, you are done. You are swept just like all of your opponents were before you. 4.5 minutes still here in this game number 2. No team scored just yet, but a demo on Grayson means that, some shots here from Matthew, and actually a strike first here from Red Crown Academy. This is what we love to see.
Yes, it is, and the defense of Alphabet Soup, once again, forced to be tested, and they fall under pressure once again. Alphabet Soup's defense needs quite a bit of work.
Steele just misses that shot there just barely, but Matthew going to take it again, and it looks like, Red Crown starting to play a little bit more aggressive, realizing that, they can take advantage of this non-existent defense, pushing on now in. A nice centering shot from Painter, shot from Matthew. 2 in a row. It is beautiful, and the aggression coming out here from this Red Crown Academy team is just lovely to see.
Yes, it is, and it's an easy pass play as well. Simple pop and go for Red Crown Academy. And Alphabet Soup now down by 2. And for the first time this game, they're finally in the blue half, but they don't stay there for long. Titl tries the solo play. That's about as good of a touch as you can get on that. Gonna get over the second line of the Red Crown defense, but that back line holding up for now, making a great save. And now they look to regroup and send this ball back over towards the Alphabet Soup side of this pitch.
Matthew just doing such a good job putting that ball in for Painter. Painter will score that one, but you just see, puts the ball in, gets the bump, blocks anyone else from getting on in, and you can see this defense just start to crumble from Alphabet Soup, and all of a sudden, it looks like a reverse of what we saw last game.
That it does. Shot put on target for Alphabet Soup. That's their first of the game, but that one does get hit away. Turbo wants to put something else online, but Matthew is just so good at getting that ball out of danger. Skyline looking for the flip reset. Does not connect. And now we go back towards the blue team.
A little bit dangerous there from Skyline. Almost an amazing play. But yeah, still 3-0. A shutout right now, but still half of this game to work with. Alphabet Soup, we need to see some of that offense that we saw in that game number 1. And they're going to pass it down, but Skyline going to deny them once again, be sent on out. And it just looks like, off the post there. Almost a really, really long end-to-end goal. But it just seems like the defense cannot get going here for Alphabet Soup. So they can't get any offense going because they can't get the possession.
And that is a couple of things that can kill a Rocket League team. If you're so good on defense, but you can't make up for anything on, or if you're so good on offense, you can't make up for it on defense, then it does not matter how many goals you can score, because once your opposing team figures out what they need to do, it's all over. There's nothing you can do about it because you can't get the ball off of your own half. And eventually they manage to solidify up and take this ball over towards the Red Crown side, but it's immediately cleared back out, and some space is made instantly for Red Crown style. Flip reset connects, but the shot does not. It's a little high. And now Red Crown Esports in some trouble, but the whiff on the offense gives Skyline an easy shot, but it's too high and it's going down. Matthew keeping it online, keeping the danger present for Alphabet Soup, but Style is the last man on that touch to clear it over.
Pretty good opportunity there, but does not connect. Still 3-0 right now for this Alphabet Soup team. Turbo launching in from that one, flying in from off screen. 74 miles per hour on that shot. No defense there, and that net was just wide open. So a good goal here. Still down 2. We'll still have to make up some work, but it just seems like you were mentioning, you know, it seems that really this Red Crown Academy team has figured out what Alphabet Soup wants to do, and they're just completely countering it, giving Alphabet Soup zero opportunity other than that one shot, one goal there, and just going right now in the way of Red Crown.
That it is, but they do have a minute to go. Alphabet Soup's game is not over. If Style can look to put something on target there, they might have a shot. But that ball just gets away from him, and we go back towards the orange half, but we're not going to stay there for too long. Turbo clears that ball away. The setup is there, but Matthew undercuts that one, and just like that, we are back into this ping-pong pattern. The redirect's a little too high, and that was the chance for Alphabet Soup to put this game number 2 back within arm's reach.
Yeah, they really needed that one. It hurts. It's off the crossbar, denied by the goal. Once again, like you mentioned, that was something they really needed. Skyline pushing it on the solo play. Turbo can't block it. And Skyline probably just put the final nail in the coffin of this game number 2 for Alphabet Soup. I mean, you talk about an exchange of events. They don't get that goal on the one side, crossbar block, and then on the other side, Skyline scores.
Yeah, I want to take my answer back. I think we're going to 3. As 20 seconds left, 3 goals down. This one is just not happening, and it looks like we're going to trade 4-2-1 score lines in game number 1 and 2. So going into game number 3, we are at a completely even slate.
Best of 3 becomes now a best of 1, and you know, I think we both said it was going to go to 3. Any other clips that say otherwise were completely edited and fake.
Yep, of course. We knew it was going to 3 since the beginning, and we did not say anything between game number 1 and 2. That didn't happen.
Exactly.
I you know, I don't remember it.
Oh, it's weird. But yeah, it's a good game though from Red Crown. It's a nice tie up there, and they kind of, you know, they reversed the slate. 4-1 in game 1 towards not their side, and 4-1 towards them in game number 2 here. But both teams looking really strong in both of their games, and the question will really be in this game 3. It becomes a best of 1 now. 1 game to decide who goes on towards that winners final. And my question is, who are we going to see? Are we going to see the Alphabet Soup that scored 4 goals, or are we going to see the Red Crown that scored 4 goals?
Honestly, with how aggressive Alphabet Soup has been to how their defense has been very lackluster, I think Red Crown's going to be able to take it because they've been the more well-rounded team. Of course, the offense of Alphabet Soup is on another level, but if you don't have any defense to make up for it, then it's not going to matter, because right there, almost a huge blunder on the back line of Red Crown. Thankfully for them, they're not able to put that one in. Alphabet Soup's not able to put that one in. But we're just going to have to see where the rest of this game goes. I think Red Crown's taking it, though, simply because they're the more well-rounded team.
We'll have to see. Style is going to take the first one, but you see the goalpost monster eating a few of those shots early on, but Style going to get a nice tap here through 2 defenders. Absolutely beautiful. And these are the step-up plays that you have to see. And you have to hold this lead now. Get some defense. Play from ahead and not play from behind. but off the kickoff, Painter says, I'm equalizing it.
Painter going hard in the paint right there. Just coming in as fast as possible, flying onto that ball, and taking the goal right back. 1-1 is the score as Painter on the kickoff yet again cannot get the same result. But now Red Crown starting this rally on the front foot. Red Crown not going to stay there for long.
Oh.
What a shot from Matthew. I think that was the bait from Painter.
I think it was, yeah. We'll have to see. Yeah, Matthew just threaded it through. Oh, it is beautiful, and you hate to see that. I mean, Alphabet Soup fans and players alike, you need to play from ahead here. We're talking about, now this Red Crown Academy team can play on the defensive side. Steele going to equalize. The defense is shut down, and now a 2v2 scoreline. We're only a minute in, Star.
Not even 55 seconds, and there have already been 4 goals scored. Absolutely unbelievable. Both of these teams bringing their offenses out to play and leaving their defenses in the trunk. Looking for another one. Grayson, huge opportunity, is hit away. Red Crown managing to get away with one for now as they start to get their attack flowing again.
A little bit of a lull period now after all of that action in the first minute. 2-2 will be the score, and yet again a clean slate for both of these teams. Again, best of 1 right now. The final game of this 3-game series to decide who will go on to the winner's bracket. A double demo, though, on the side of Alphabet Soup, so they have to get back and reset that defense. Once again, their offense is just shut down, but we'll see who can get this next goal. Is going to be all important to retake that lead. Skyline trying to set something up with Painter. Painter fakes on in once again, but Skyline going to bounce it on in. This offense just absolutely relentless from Red Crown Academy.
It's so relentless and it's so oppressive. Alphabet Soup really struggling to clear that ball out of their own half. They do eventually, but there was so long that Red Crown was just eating up on the Alphabet Soup and not letting them have any space here. Turbo changing that immediately, and after it gets changed, the tempo switches and Turbo scores off the pass from Style. 3-2, Alphabet Soup take the lead.
Yeah, they take the lead. That's just kind of a question mark for me there. 2 of your players in defense, neither can get the stop, but ups to Turbo, finding and seeing that shot, locking it in now, and playing from a lead is where Alphabet Soup wants. Now, still half of this game left to play, still a lot of Rocket League, a lot of time, and we've seen what Red Crown Academy can do with time.
Absolutely right about that. Red Crown Esports has been so good when they have a little bit of time to work with, and one thing that Red Crown excels in is those long set up passing plays. I've seen a couple of times where there have been a few plays of Red Crowns that have gone upwards of 20 to 30 seconds, and it ultimately resulted in a goal for them. So this is honestly Red Crown's comfort zone here.
Yeah, they are very comfortable playing in that offensive zone and keeping it up. Matthew gonna try and keep this one once again in the zone. Panther grabs that boost. Painter, excuse me, by themselves. Almost a beautiful shot, but save. Matthew gets the ball, and a nice shot will be scored on in. And once again, a clean slate, a tied game. Matthew, a beautiful bounce back on that pass, and just locks that one in.
What a shot. What a way to tie this game number 3 up. 107 seconds left to go. And we are back at an even slate. Like you said, Painter looking to change it up, trying once again to get those hard physical plays, but they just not land like they used to. The whip from Skyline is dangerous. Turbo missing the ball. And that is a huge, huge blunder for Alphabet Soup. That was their chance to take the lead back and put the pressure back on Red Crown.
That was possibly the lead taker, but Steele says, I can take the lead myself. 4-3 now. It is so tight of a game, but Alphabet Soup, they will take that lead after that blunder like you mentioned. A minute 15 left now, and now all of this pressure is on Red Crown Academy. If they do not score in the next minute and 15 seconds, they will be going to the loser's bracket.
The pressure is on. And just like that, Red Crown getting bullied in their own half once again. 1 minute to go. Matthew wants to clear it out of the blue side of the pitch, but it's just not going to go. Grayson, almost the shot, but once again, the defense gets to it first, and Alphabet Soup have to make do with their 1-goal lead. But Style coming in, applying more pressure, not leaving any room for Red Crown to work with here, as Alphabet Soup in firm control of this game and the possession.
In firm control of the game, the series, everything on the line. They are just playing a game of keep away here, and that is not what you want if you are Red Crown Academy. A spot in the loser's bracket if you lose this one. Definitely don't want that. Matthew gonna try and change that. A pass to Skyline, an opportunity gonna be sent high. Water falling down, Grayson gonna try and deny it. 10 seconds on the clock now for this team to try and get something. Painter a pass out to the middle, but it's going to be sent so far. Skyline, you have to keep it in the air now. Turbo to try and send it to the ground. Matthew going to keep it up, looking for something, but Steel hits it to the ground. And Alphabet Soup, they will take the game number 3. They will take the series and lock themselves a spot in that winner's final.
And what a game from Alphabet Soup. I mean, Red Crown, they almost had it a couple of times. There were a couple of shots that they took, but the offense was lacking just a little bit. That's what I was kind of worried about with how aggressive Alphabet Soup was. I was worried they weren't going to be able to keep up with Alphabet Soup because Red Crown, they're more well-rounded, but when everything is said and done, Alphabet Soup has a better offense. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. The better offense was the winning offense, and that offense just happened to be a part of the Alphabet gang.
Alphabet, that's such a good series from them. You know, that middle game, they have some time to sit down, reflect, and going into this grand final. You know, those other teams that were playing in the tournament were watching that one. So I would say, yes, offense superb from Alphabet Soup, scoring massive goals. They have those playmakers in Turbo and Style to get those goals. But I would say going into this next game, they need to be careful. This is the winner's final we are talking about. They need to shore up on that defense because everyone else has been watching that.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of the winner's final, we do have the next team ready to go. For the winner's final, it will be a best of 5 between Gents versus the Alphabet Soup. So make sure you stay tuned to that. For that one, we will be cutting to a little bit of a break. So we'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned for more Rocket League.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Frost Esports. And tonight, we already had a best of three, and now it's time for a best of five winners final here. It's going to be a good one. You know it.
Oh, absolutely. The winner's final, best of five. The winner goes on to the grand finals where they secure a little bit of the prize pool. They get at least $30. And B, they get a one game advantage, which is one of the biggest advantages you can have in this tournament. And it's Alphabet Soup versus Gents. We just saw Alphabet Soup take down Esports or Red Crown Academy in a banger best of three that went all the way to game number 3. But can they do it again against the Gents?
That will be the question. You know, their offense was really, really strong, like we mentioned, but this is a best of five. You know, you got to win 3 of those games to win, and like you said, secure a spot in that winner's final, secure yourself a piece of that cake, which is the prize pool. But, you know, it's going to be rough because you have 5 games. You know, there's going to be time for your opponents to recognize how good your offense is. So for Alphabet Soup, it's going to have to be lockdown defense here. And right now it is. Turbo gets a decent stop here already. 1 minute of play going. And like you said, we haven't seen much of Gents yet, but, you know, they've made their way here, so they probably deserve their spot.
Oh, definitely. And they got some really good players on their team as well. Creed and Anxiety are phenomenal. I have not seen Kayaks yet. Kayaks is a player that I have not seen much of before, but I hope by the end of this game, I know the name very, very well. And so far, he seems to be gelling pretty well with their teammates. We'll just have to see what the second half of this game brings, as both of these teams are struggling to maintain possession of this ball. We've seen a couple of shots from both of these teams, but neither one of them have really stuck to that wall.
Well, you haven't seen Kayaks because he's out in the ocean. You know, that's where he's been all his life. But he is here today to play some Rocket League, hoping to get some good plays in. And very much a stalemate here, very equal footing. And yes, hopefully worldwide names known here at the end of this series. Creed gonna block one out though and try and get some offense going. I can say my words right today, but yeah, send on back to midfield here as Alphabet Soup. It looks like their defense, like they talked about it, they must have talked about it a little bit because it seems a little bit more stronger here in this game number 1.
Oh yes, it does. It is a lot stronger so far. They have 2 saves on the board, and I believe that is more saves than they had the entirety of last series because the defense of Alphabet Soup was non-existent. But right now, it's really starting to show its face as we are halfway through, and so far 0 goals have been scored on either side. So both of these teams really getting their defensive momentum going and their defensive possession.
Both of them are doing a really good job of keeping that ball out of the back of their net, and you see even there just communicating to make sure they can get that one out. And again, a very even footing game in this game number 1 to see who, again, will take momentum in this series. And 3 minutes already passed. Both teams just locked down defense is what it seems like. Both teams semi-decent offense, but it's just been the defense story, I feel like, for both so far. Creed tries to get one there as it bounces into the corner. Turbo possibly a chance here, sending it on in. Kayaks is fast enough, though.
Now with under 2 minutes to go, Alphabet Soup starting to put some pressure on the Gents, but it gets taken away immediately as Anxiety following the ball. Kayaks almost a huge setup, and it was a huge setup there, but there was just no one to take advantage of it. Huge flip reset from Style. Turbo has to get one more touch on that, but they let that one get away from them. Now a skirmish at midfield. Which team's going to win it? It looks like it's going the way of Gents. And now Alphabet Soup's defense will be tested again, but it gets the ball away perfectly.
Both defenses just really so solid here. 4 minutes of just very clean, very nice defense. Grayson trying to set something up, but once again, the players are there to block it, and Anxiety is just there and ready to go. Turbo, an opportunity, a 1v1, but doesn't pan out in his favor. Now, we might be facing an overtime on 0-0s on the scoreboard. Grayson tries to get something going in the air, but it's going to come back to the ground where Creed, once again, So many good saves from Creed here already in this game number one, but Kayak's trying to convert that into offense. For Grayson on the other side, the defense just so stout.
It is so good. The defense holding up. Style trying to change that. Turbo can't get to the ball in time. And now the Gents on this back foot. The Alphabet Soup is putting so many shots on board. Turbo wants to find another.
Monster.
The connection is made, but now we go the other way. Grayson forced to make a save. And it looks like we're going into overtime with a score of 0-0 unless Kayaks keeps it up, but it's not happening. 0-0 is the score. And we have a game one overtime. Llama, what a game.
Yeah, I mean, what a game, man. It is absolutely neck and neck. Next goal wins this game number one and takes momentum in this series. And both have just seemed so equal, but Kayaks has been out in the water, but gonna convert that one into a goal. The series is now in the favor of the Gents with just the only goal on that game.
And with how good the defense was for Alphabet Soup and for how long it was good, eventually it does break. They have that reset. They have to take another kickoff as we start overtime. And then it starts to fall. The defense starts to revert to its old ways, and it shows its ugly head again. That's something that Alphabet Soup will have to work on in game number two. But for game number one, the Gents, really a show of just endurance right there. And no matter what happened, they were able to come out on top, and they never got discouraged once.
Never once did they get discouraged, and it was kind of a reverse of the Alphabet Soup we saw in that other series because, you know, they had some offense, no real amazing plays from them. The defense was absolutely clean up until, like you said, that overtime where it collapsed once again. So they're going to be down one in this series. They're going to have to fix those mistakes, and I'd really, you know, I'd like to see some offense from this Alphabet Soup team once again.
Yeah, with how aggressive it was and unstoppable it looked in the first series, right now it's just looking like an average Rocket League offense, which is definitely the opposite of what Alphabet Soup needs, because I mean, a lackluster defense with an average offense is a recipe for disaster on both sides of the ball, especially for how coordinated this offense was in the first series.
And it doesn't seem like they know too many recipes other than that recipe for disaster because they are just an Alphabet Soup, you know. But Grayson going to try and get something here as Creed bouncing it into the corner, bouncing it on back here towards this blue quadrant. Once again, we have a stalemate. 1 minute already gone out of this game and still looking pretty even. Defense on both sides has been connecting there. Creed really been the single goal saver there on the side of Gents, and you got to give it to him that saving all those crucial goals against this really aggressive Alphabet Soup offense has helped that team win.
It really has. It has been such a factor in this series, or in the last series specifically, but this series, it's really falling behind, and the Alphabet Soup has to find a way to revive that old ways, especially in game number one and really game number three of that last series, because game number one was not their game. A couple of shots were placed on target, but nothing that really stuck to the wall, like I said. And of course, just nothing getting past that line of the net.
Nothing getting in on either side. Kayaks tries to get another shot there, but Creed on the defense once more. Yeti going to try and throw it on in. An opportunity here. Bounce back into middle. Creed going to waterfall it down. His teammate's not there, though. Turbo now going to get a touch on it. Kayaks going to keep it in this offensive zone. This orange box, a danger spot here as Kayaks tries to continue, but down to the other side. Grayson trying to get it out, but Creed, the defensive rotations have been huge and going to convert that once again into offense. Kayaks trying to take it, waterfalling it down, but the defense there from Alphabet Soup.
And I love that play from Kayaks, the bump as well. They knew they couldn't control that ball anymore, so they tried to go for the bump. It did not work this time, but if they keep trying those plays, eventually it has to work. Kayaks, more plays like that, and the Gents will be well on their way to a Game 2 dub. as the aggression from Gents really starting to show itself. But the well-placed shot from Turbo is enough to make the defense palms a little bit sweaty. But Alphabet Soup cannot land the shot, and this game stays scoreless. Shot from Kayaks off the post, and we go an eye for an eye here.
This one is still a barn burner here. Equal footing. Their palms are sweaty, their knees weak, their arms are heavy here as no one on the scoreboard just yet. And it is a repeat of what we were seeing last game. Just lockdown defense from both sides. And you gotta give props here from Gent to shutting down that offense. Gotta give props to Creed especially, being back for those defensive rotations. And like you said, just taking all the opportunities towards net they can, because we saw in overtime last time, they can connect on those.
They have, and they can possibly do it again. A minute to go, score is 0-0. A solo play from Style, trying to keep it on the blue side of the pitch, but that one's not going to stay. Kayaks now has a solo play in mind, but once again, Alphabet Soup stealing it away. And the Gents on the back foot. Perfect placement there. Style puts one in. And after 4 minutes, 34 seconds, we have the first goal of game number 2 scored. But this time, it's going the way of Alphabet Soup.
Yeah, that is a beautiful goal and one you need, especially your key offensive player in Style to step up. And with 30 seconds remaining, Kayak's got an opportunity there, and they're going to try and continue this. But yeah, like you said, first goal scored at 30 seconds left. It was equal all the way through, and it is no longer in the hands here of Gents. A demo will come through from Kayaks, and the offense is just not there. Creed can't get anything. Yeti can't get anything. And under 10 now, if they do not score, they will be having a tied series, an opportunity, but Kayaks isn't there to recover. Gonna be up in the air. If it touches the ground, this game is over. Kayaks' shot. It's gonna keep on waterfalling back on down. Yeti got an opportunity. This defense, Creed Grayson will knock it to the ground, and tied series. Alphabet Soup turn the favor in another 1-0 game.
Oh my goodness, that shot at the last second was so big. That was almost the game-tying shot to send us into OT once again, but a little high and a little wide is the tale of today. Game 2 goes the way of Alphabet Soup, and we go to Game 3 with an even slate, and this series is effectively a best of 3 once again.
Exactly. You know, that goalpost monster really eating well tonight, and it's going to be a best of 3 now. It really seems, though, these two teams are so evenly matched, but for that game, you know that has to be a confidence booster, especially for Alphabet Soup and especially for Style, who is their key offensive player, has been making those amazing solo plays all day today, and they're going to need that to continue here in this so close next series.
Yeah, absolutely crucial to their success. I'm thinking of another word, but I can't think of it right now. It'll hit me in like 30 seconds from now. Anyway, game number 3, the Gents versus Alphabet Soup. We are tied 1-1 in the series. Which team will be the one to strike next?
That will be the question. Who will strike first in this game? I mean, we've seen 4 or 5 minutes of just pretty much stalemate in both of those first 2 games. The question will be, if anyone decides to change up their strategy. Both seem to be pretty happy with how they are playing, because they both have 1 game under their belt, but we'll see if anything can connect. We've seen some of those shots, just those opportunities on the side of Gents. Maybe they can connect on one early here, playing a little bit more aggressive in these first 30 seconds as Creed pushes a little bit further up.
They do. Kayaks, one more shot for the Gents, does not land. But it forces Alphabet Soup to change up their defense a little bit, has to make a play on the back line, and everyone knows that if a play is made, that means something is out of line. And there was something out of line for Alphabet Soup, but the Gents just could not capitalize on it this time. Right now, they're able to redirect that one. Slow roller along the ground. But once again, the defense of Alphabet Soup is looking a lot different than what it was in the first series.
Yeah, a lot different here. They are locking it down here, but I do love that play. You see the fake from Yeti, the take from Kayaks off the crossbar for that shot on Creed. No good once again. The defense, like you said, has been an absolute shift here, an absolute change after that win. They want to secure themselves a spot in the grand final. And right now they're doing a good job, assisted by the posts and that crossbar.
Yeah, the fourth defender, some may call it. And it can be the game winner or the game loser. Just depends on how it's feeling in that certain game. Right now, it is giving neither of these teams any room to spare. You got to put a really, really well-placed shot on target if you want to score a goal, because that goalpost not going to give you any leeway.
Not going to give you anything. That goalpost does not play favorites. And see, this time again, though, standoff once again. It's like a Wild West showdown. Each have a bullet in their leg, but neither one fallen just yet. And they are just staring each other in the eyes. 0-0 once again. Half of this game already expired, and Creed is going to try and take it. We saw Creed on the defensive plays, but can we see some offense? No. Creed from the afterlife will have to come back and get some defense on.
50 is made. Anxiety wins it. Turbo has to get back, and they get back in the nick of time. And with that, Grayson wants to clear it away. Creed does not let them. The passing play almost made, but Creed gets a little greedy and gets one too many touches, and we go back the other way, but we don't stay in the blue half for long. A great clear from Anxiety.
I think these guys confused what game they're playing. I think they're trying to play volleyball instead of Rocket League, and you're supposed to get it in the net and not like touch the ground as many times as possible.
Yeah, it's easy to get them confused. I mean, there's a net in volleyball too. There's 6 players volleyball, 3 in Rocket League. There's usually humans playing volleyball, not cars, but I mean, it's a common mistake.
Yeah, you sometimes confuse them, and we'll see if they keep on confusing it here, because once again, a stalemate. This first 4 minutes, once again, been absolutely deadlocked. Now, last game, we saw that shot from Style. Maybe see it again here. Kayak's going to get demoed, but Creed wants to keep up this offense, even though they don't have that second player. Once again, the crossbar monster is eating so well tonight.
It has a whole 5-course meal on their plate. And man, the crossbar and the goalposts not helping any of these players at all. And it has been a tragedy for the offenses of these teams here. 35 seconds to go. The score is still 0-0, and that is thanks in huge part, to the crossbar monster.
Yeah, it definitely is. And once again, a position that, it's really, really tense. And for both teams, neither can let up at any moment, because you let up for any moment, and that goal could possibly be scored. Kayak's an opportunity there. Yeti going to try and get it going. 15 seconds left now. Overtime, a possibility once again. We saw it in game 1. All of these games, though, going the distance, it feels like, going right towards the end. The first 4 minutes of each been really much of nothing but a waterfall for Yeti. An opportunity as it bounces up, bounces down. Yeti once again going to try and keep it in the air, try and bounce it on forward. Creed, a centering pass, but Turbo's just going to let that one go. Interestingly, Alphabet Soup, they're okay letting it go to overtime.
Game 3 in overtime as well. Game 1 and Game 2 have gone into overtime. The last time it went into overtime, it went the way of the Gents. Let's see if it goes that way as well, or if Alphabet Soup can show off their endurance and take this one in overtime. It looks like Anxiety might have something up his sleeve. Oh. The crossbar monster strikes again. Creed gonna slam it down to put something up for their teammate, but it just can't get in. Alphabet Soup's defense is just staying alive and keeping this game going.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Halloween, we talk about scary movies. It's not any of these other horror movie things we see. It is the crossbar monster coming to theaters near you 1 minute already in this overtime, forced because of that monster. And man, it is just such a close game. Opportunities on both sides. Kayak's an opportunity once again, but Steel is there for the defense. Steel had that goal in that game number 2. The offense is relentless, but the defense has been even better from Alphabet Soup.
It really has. Creed double tap is connected. However, it's not where it needs to be. Got a couple of bumps from Kayaks. The 50s one by Style. Style missing the read. And that one gets away once again. That was the chance for Alphabet Soup to take this game number 3 and take the lead on the series. But now, the gents have another chance. We're nearing the 2-minute mark in overtime. They're on the back foot, but overall the look is pretty nice from the gents. All they have to do is get a booming clear, and that's the one. And that's it.
They get it on. They get a clear once again. A shot. Oh, the goal post. Not again. Not again. These players just getting absolutely robbed here tonight. I mean, you could just make a montage of that horror film here for both teams, and 2 minutes already in this extended period of time. And once again, this is game 3. We're talking about taking the lead in a series, a spot in the grand final on the line in this series. You don't want to be the first one to let that goal slip.
Creed wins the 50, can't get the next touch. Style with the most important touch of the series so far, keeping this one alive. Another time we go around once more. This one has been so back and forth, shot after shot, save after save, goal post hit after goal post hit. This one has been incredible to watch as we're nearing the 3-minute mark in overtime.
And neither team has let up a single mistake yet. Both teams staying with it, trying to push it on forward. And yeah, get relaxed, get ready, because we might. I am just kidding, Steel. I was doing the caster curse just to end the game, obviously. Steel, though, the game-winning goal, and the game-winning goal in back-to-back games from Alphabet Soup. You love to see that 3 minutes into extended time. Beautiful for them. They'll take a 2-1 lead in the series.
What a game right there. A total of like 8 minutes played, 3 minutes in overtime, 5 minutes in regulation. 1-0 is the score, and Alphabet Soup are just 1 game away from punching their ticket into the grand finals with the added bonus of the 1 game advantage.
That 1 game advantage going to be huge. And yeah, it's Halloween. We talk about, the goalpost monster here. We got Star dressed up as a pirate, and obviously I'm a llama dressed up as a caster here tonight. So we got all the outfits here. And yeah, it's a really good game from Alphabet Soup. Once again, it is their key player of Style scoring that game winner once again. It is the exact player you wanted to get heated up, and that is such a long, intense game that is so hard on the players, but getting that goal relieves all that stress. They're going to be 1 game away, Alphabet Soup is, from locking their spot in that grand finals.
5 minutes could be the decider of who goes to the grand finals, who secures a spot, and who secures a little bit of the pie as well as the 1 game advantage, and who goes down to the lower bracket, down to their last life, and all they're fighting for is to get back into that grand finals. But even if they get there, they still have a mountain to climb because they are at a disadvantage immediately.
Exactly. You come in with that game advantage. You see teams take advantage of it so many times. And yeah, again, you don't lose your tournament life if you lose this game. You still have that safety net, but again, it's just a rough scenario to be in. You get put in a loser's bracket, which is a best of 3, not that much time to change mistakes. And the only opportunity you're playing for is to play against a team that just beat you with the game advantage. So it's just a really rough scenario overall, but what's good from Alphabet Soup? They're trying to take all these goals, taking it once again. Oh my gosh. These goals are so close today. And Alphabet Soup robbed once again.
Yeah, it has been so brutal The goalpost monster taking no prisoner, giving no quarter. And it has been so brutal. Grayson, one more shot. This time it's Anxiety making the save. The goalpost monster actually getting a break here. That's a bit rare, isn't it?
That is, this is a little bit rare. Creed on the defense there was so dominant in that game number one to get those rotations off, but it's kind of what we've seen in the first 3 games where neither of these teams can find a hole in that defense. It's really breaking down a war of attrition for both of these teams. Who will break first? But now, I mean, we talk about, you know, since you have 2 shots in your leg, next one is going towards your heart. And you do not want to lose this Wild West duel because both of you just staring each other in the eye, just sitting at 0-0. And, you know, it's an interesting decision. We talked about Alphabet Soup last game. They let that go to overtime. They let that drop to the ground where, you know, we've seen Style score on those final 10 seconds plays. And, you know, it's really interesting that they do score off of it. So are you even safe now for the Gents in overtime?
Oh, about that, I don't know if you can be safe here because, of course, game number 1, it went in overtime 15 seconds in for the Gents. But now, Alphabet Soup has broken that streak. They have proved that they can go toe-to-toe with the Gents in overtime. So that's going to put some added pressure on for Gents. And Alphabet Soup has shown they can win in regulation as well as overtime. So that is definitely going to be something that's going to be on their back for quite a while. The monkey on the back is what I'm looking for.
They are going to be looking scary in both regular and overtime. And we talk about, you know, Gents really need to get a goal here in regulation if they want to try and close this series out. And Demo there on Creed will just not be in the favor here of this Gents team. They're going to try and get back, get this defense settled, but it's just been a really low-scoring series, so 1 goal can mean the world here. And from Turbo, that's there to save.
It was a huge save right there as well. Could not have come in at a better time, as now the Gents with the advantage and with possession of this ball. A couple of whiffs from the attacking side of Alphabet Soup, something that we don't see that much of, but this time we do, and it forces the Gents to regroup, or forces Alphabet Soup to regroup, and now the Gents on the front foot, putting some pressure on the Alphabet team, but they are so good at clearing the ball, they do it once again, and now they have alleviated some of that pressure, and it's the Gents on the back foot, and they're having a tough time keeping up.
Once again, they are, you know, utilizing the volleyball strategies and trying to keep it, clear it out of their own zone. Kayak's a beautiful save there to keep it from, again, that first goal is going to be the crucial one. They need to get some offense going. Both teams have been very solid. Yeti gets an opportunity as they try and bounce it back. Once again, Turbo and company are there to protect it, are there to block it, and it's going to be sent back once again for Creed to try to set something up.
Anxiety taking it over again. Style missing the ball. Kayaks can't take advantage of it. Goal post monster. Actually, no, that's just a backboard shot. And Creed does not shoot it precise enough. 30 seconds to go. And Creed, booming shot back over. Kayaks wants to meet it in the air. And the ball just gets away from him. The mechanical skill is not enough. The ball gets away from Creed there. Gents, front foot, wanting some shots on, but so far, they're not getting as many shots as they can.
Ow.
And Alphabet Soup, with the demo play, put the possible nail in the coffin. And I think that might just be this series. 1-0 is the score with 12 seconds to go.
That is possibly the series there, and what a team play there. The demo, you've seen the defense all day long, but with 12 seconds on the clock, Alphabet Soup, the teamwork, the demolition combined with the shot is good. Yeti can't keep it up. Alphabet Soup, they take a 3-1 series. All 1-0s, I will mind you. But that was a beautiful team play at the end. And like you mentioned at the beginning of this series, they'll be locking a spot in the grand final. Winner's advantage will go towards them, and they have already secured a piece of that prize money.
that they have. So, worst case scenario for them is they get 4-1 in the grand finals. They still get out of here with $30. Not the end of the world, but I mean, you want more. You want the $70 bit of the prize pool. You want the glory of knowing that you took the tournament all the way home and you are the Blizzard champions. But we'll just have to see how that goes. When we return, we will have the losers final for you. It will be the Gents versus either the Sanctuarians or the URL Demons in a best of 3 series. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Frost Esports Blizzard 62nd edition of it. Rocket League tournament here tonight, and we got the losers final coming up. Excuse me, for this one. It's going to be a best of three, and it's going to be a tight one. Again, on the line is a spot in that grand finals with a disadvantage though.
Yes, it is. There is one more shot, and they will have a disadvantage. It is the Gents versus the Sanctuarians. The Gents coming off of a 3-1 loss against the Alphabet Soup team. And they will be the other grand finalists. And the winner will, of course, go on to face them in a best-of-7 series. And they will be at a one-game disadvantage.
Exactly.
Not a one-man
game. Yeah, not a one-man disadvantage, but could be a one-man disadvantage because having that game disadvantage is really detrimental. You don't get don't get to relax for any point in that series, and I'd really like to see some different stuff coming out here from the Gents. No real low-scoring game. I'd like to see some offense, see some smashing, but we have seen Sanctuarians try and push through this lower bracket, and they are looking hyped, coming off a win to try and take this match.
Definitely. They want to take this match. They want that rematch against Alphabet Soup. But the question is, are they going to get it? Sanctuarians have yet to see the broadcast, so this is a great way for them to make a good first impression on the very impressionable casters, also known as Starcoin Hero and Llama77.
They're very impressionable. We will change to a whim here, and Gopo's Monster is still active, actually, here in this series, as LS robbed of that goal there and sent on back in. And a stalemate once again. A minute and 30 already gone in this game number 1 of the losers bracket finals. And LS trying to set something up, but Creed, we've seen those defensive rotations, able to block that one out.
That it is. Creed wants to take it there, but they don't let it go. What a huge save on that back line as LS clearing it away. Great 50 from them, and Linty will take that shot, and that will be the nail in that rally and in that offensive possession from the Gents. And now the Sanctuarians look to take over, but the Gents get the ball back immediately. And that is just how fast Rocket League moves sometimes. It goes one way, then it's immediately back on the other side. And what a 50 from Skies. And the Sanctuarians take the lead first. 2 minutes, 19 seconds in, actually.
Yeah, Chicken stuck on the ground, not looking up into the skies where that ball is waiting to score. And we've seen Creed, Gents, a very low scoring team. And that first goal against them is really detrimental. Chicken an opportunity, but is denied here. So we will see what they can do to try and reset and recover. But that is a huge shot from Sanctuarians, who are going to try and continue this offense. Skies trying to keep it on in with LS. And you just see that one-on-one play, the take there by Skies. And we'll see if they can do it again and hold this 1-goal lead.
I do think it is worth mentioning, though, that the Gents and Sanctuarians have actually played each other in this tournament before. The winners quarterfinal, it was Gents versus Sanctuarians, and the Gents took the series 2-1. So both of these teams have played each other, but which one will come out on top in the rematch has yet to be decided.
That will be a rematch redemption arc here for this team Sanctuarians, and once again, Post Monster going to get a double bounce there. No good. It seemed like the ball almost half in there, but no connector. Skies there on the defense. Chicken trying to run it in solo. Skies. The defense is so massive to block out that shot and preserve that 1-goal lead.
Sanctuarians want their revenge right now. They don't want the Gents to get a single goal. And right now, they don't have one. But there is still, of course, 70 seconds to play. And a lock and change in 70 seconds of Rocket League. It's a very fast-moving game. This team could all of a sudden be up by 3 before you know it. A minute to go. Still a lot of time for how little of a lead the Sanctuarians have.
That's only 1 goal. 1 goal can change this entire game here for the Gents if they do score at Creed, trying to get that offense off, but Chicken here, Chicken trying to chase around the side, and 30 seconds probably can't cook your chicken, but gotta get some thing cooked up here, some offense going for Creed and the gang, but just looks like the defense from Sanctuarians maybe taking that knowledge from that best-of-3 series and applying it to this one, because they are not letting them get a single thing.
They really are not. And we're in the last 30 seconds, and the Gents have been held scoreless. So far, they have had 11 shots, but the Sanctuarians have had 9 saves. And it has been such a defensive game from the Sanctuarians. But when they needed to strike on offense, they did. And now the Gents will take this ball into the last second of the game. Kayak's a little high. It's in! 0 seconds. Goal is scored. And the Gents will hold on. And we go into overtime in game number 1.
I mean, the demo and Creed, we've talked about the defense from him all day long, but the offense reigns in true. And we have a tied game, and we are going to overtime once again. A stalemate. Next goal will win this game. And in a 3-game series, you want to definitely win this one and get yourself on series point. But Creed, a good goal there. Gonna reset now for both teams to try and get it. Creed gets the game, gets the goal. Beautiful back-to-back goals, sending it into overtime and shutting it out.
And what a defensive implosion from this orange team. Unfortunate right there for the Sanctuarians. The Gents were able to capitalize off of the Sanctuarians' defensive blunder. And I mean, you cannot make those. Really, the only reason Sanctuarians lost that game was because of the defensive blunder. There wasn't a spectacular move made on the offense. The Sanctuarians simply walked the plank on that one.
They are off of the edge for that one. And Gents, you got to be happy. I mean, a very low-scoring team. You talk about a goal at 0 seconds and a goal to win it. Creed been massive on defense all day long, but in this series already giving them a 1-game lead. And you mentioned it, they've already been here before. They've already won 2-1, but, you know, going into this game 2, seeing that there was a 2-1, do you expect this to be a clean sweep, or do you expect the Sanctuarians to come back here?
Not sure, actually. This one is a pretty hard one, because for most of that game, the Sanctuarians were in the lead, and then all of a sudden, 0-second goal from Creed, and then the defense entirely fell apart. So it's pretty hard to tell. I think it's going to be a matter of who scores first and whose offense is better.
The offense can connect first. I mean, we talked about the Gents, how low scoring their games have been. Every goal matters here. Not massive swings in the lead in either way. And an interesting one for Kayaks, bouncing it out now, trying to get some sort of offense going again. That first goal going to be the most important one here for Chicken, though, sending it on into the corner. Creed, a double bounce here, but LS able to control that one and keep it out for now.
They are Kayaks bouncing that ball, and that one gets away. Kayaks can't connect on that one either. Back line of the Gents has to make a play, but they are able to clear it. And Sanctuarians now under pressure, but they managed to reverse it. And now the Gents reverse it one more time, and we're back to this volleyball type of Rocket League, which is not going to get us anywhere.
Not going to get either of these teams anywhere, but Creed, once again, 3 goals straight, unanswered. Absolutely beautiful touch on that shot. Straight through both defenders. Both are just too slow to it. And with this being such a low-scoring series, I mean, possibility for the Gents to clean sweep here.
Yes, it is. The death timer is ticking for the Sanctuarians, and the Gents looking to close it out. They're up by 1 before 2 minutes in. There's still 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. There's still a lot of time for them to add on to this lead. Let's just see what they can do. A good 50 from Kayaks forces the play to be made on the defensive line. but there's no need for it. The shot is a little too high, and now we go back the other way.
Going back the other way, still about half this game left to go. So, one goal can make a difference as we have seen, but the offense here from the Gents has been absolutely beautiful so far. Only gotten one goal in, but they're going to want to continue this lead and make sure that obviously the Sanctuarians team does not come back. We saw it 2-1 in their other series. Sanctuarians did come back, tying that series 1-1. So have to see where it goes on this one. Just about half of this game, game number 2, left.
With that, Sanctuarians has to clear it out of their half, but they are really struggling to do so. The passing plays are so good from the Gents, and Chicken takes a 2-0 lead. Pass play from Creed, and that is just the bread and butter Rocket League way. 2-0, and they have a little bit of insurance on this lead.
Yes, they do. A little protection plan on that one. But Creed is just seeming to be everywhere today. Kayaks has to win that one-on-one. Kayaks barely protecting. Lindsay, we can't even talk about that other goal because it's automatically cut down here. Goals scored by both sides here. A bit refreshing. Kayaks gets a nice touch on that, but it's not fully sent on out. But yeah, it just seems like Creed, that passing play over towards Chicken. Creed just doing everything for this Gents team here.
I mean, they really are so far. A goal and an assist, and there is not a goal or an assist for Creed. However, it's Chicken on the solo play. The 2-goal lead is immediately reinstated.
Yeah, and I mean, you see that even though Creed does not get a touch on that, you see the Creed fake. You see Sanctuarians shaking in their boots because they know how much damage Creed can do. The fake is just not there, and it's going to be automatically scored back. Sky goes to his namesake. That is a beautiful shot. I mean, we can't even talk about Gents here because it's down to a 1-goal lead once again.
And a lot of time still left on the clock for Sanctuarians to make this comeback a reality and force a game number 3. Else, almost the kickoff play going their way. Some good game sense on the defense of Gents is what saves it. And now they're on the front foot. Let's see what they can do. Will they be able to extend this lead even further, or will Sanctuarians be able to battle back and tie this game up with a little over a minute to go?
They better battle back because it is the time to battle. 1 goal down here. We are talking about your life in this tournament. There is no safety net. There is no second losers bracket. You are done. We are talking about prize pool or no prize pool if you win or lose this series. So with 1 minute left, it is going to have to be all out Rocket League here from the Sanctuarian. Skies tries to get something going, but Lindsay now to recover, gets demoed. Kayaks is waiting. A double demo here. The offense is so good, and it just seems like Sanctuarians can't get anything going.
And the Gents did not capitalize on those demos, but they still wasted a lot of time. The longer you can keep the Sanctuarians on their back foot, and the longer you can keep them off your side of the field, the better your chances are. So even if they did not score off of those demos, they were still very influential on the last minute of this game.
Definitely were. And talking about the last minute, we are down to the final 15 seconds for this Sanctuarians team. They need to get something going, and it needs to be now. The timer hits 10. The crossbar will be up. Chicken with another opportunity, and Kayaks with another one there. 3 seconds. The time will be on double zeros, and it will be hit to the ground. And with that, the Gents be cleanly sweeping the floor, taking a 2-0 win in this series, and we are going to have a rematch.
We are the Gents securing the win over Sanctuarians. They won the first battle of the day, and they win the second. But now they're going up against a foe that took them down in the best of 5 winners final, and they have to fight them with a bigger disadvantage. I mean, it's a best of 7, and you already start off 0-1. So the Alphabet Soup team is going to have a heyday, and it's going to be up to the gents to find a way to stop it.
It is going to be up to the gents here. They had to be talking. I mean, the real game plan, it has to seem, for the gents is just you really got to score some goals early. We're talking about you cannot let Alphabet Soup just have that finals 30 seconds, have those overtime goals, because we saw what happened in that other series. 3-1, a smashing there, really close games, but it didn't seem that way in the, scoreline of the series. And they're going to need to really shore up. I feel like they need to play more aggressive here because, like you said, they're down a game. They do not have any room to wiggle here.
They do not. No room for error, and there's no safety net. They get one more shot. They do have some of the prize pool guaranteed, but you want the win. Let's be honest.
The win. That is the most important thing. The pride, the trophies, the prize pool going to be on the line. Both the teams have secured a slice of that cake, but I think we are going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back, the grand final, a best of 7 winner's advantage going to Alphabet Soup. We are going to take a quick break, and we will see you on the other side. Let's go. Woo. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are hype here and ready to go because it is time for the grand finals here. All the prize pool is on the line, and it is going to be an exciting one. Best of 7. That first game already, again, going to be going over to Alphabet Soup. It is going to be a banger for sure.
Oh, definitely. This will be a best of 7, 1 game advantage, so a maximum of 6 games will be played in Alphabet Soup. Of course, they are coming off of a little bit of a resting period So this could be an advantage for the Gents as they're coming off of a match. But immediately I am shut up by Grayson. 10 seconds is all it takes for Alphabet Soup to take the first goal. And immediately we are seeing a change of pace than in the last game.
They have been eating their soup, staying warm in this one, and it is the player you want, Grayson, lighten up here. And in these low-scoring games, that first goal is going to be massive. Alphabet Soup, they are coming in with the game advantage, and they are going to have the point advantage now in this second game, technically, as we're going to call it. But the ball going to bounce around here into the corner here. You're going to get those players active because it has been a very, very defensive series in that, winners final that we saw. But, credit to the Gents. They are coming off a 2-0 win, so got to have some of that confidence and get that offense going.
Definitely a huge change of pace here so far. A lot of offense being shown by these teams, specifically the Alphabet Soup. And it's the own goal. Grayson with the perfect read, just touching the ball and tapping it right down into that player's way, and there's nothing Chicken can do to save it. 2-0, Alphabet Soup.
Grayson back-to-back goals here, and with 1 minute already expired, we would have thought this was like overtime by now if these two goals scored, but no, it is Grayson coming in absolutely clutch here for this Alphabet Soup team. And you mentioned they have had time. They've been in the practice, just waiting, getting some practice in. But there is that thought of them being cold, but obviously they aren't, and obviously they have had time to talk exactly what their game plan is, and it is working here.
Oh, it is working, and then some. I mean, when you have already scored half as many goals, or actually more than half as many goals than you did the entire series in a minute of game number 2. I mean, it's looking pretty good for Alphabet Soup and the Gents. There is definitely some that is to be desired.
That is definitely something you want here. And I mean, if you're talking about taking a 2-0 lead, that is so much momentum into your favor. We'll see if they can keep it, because Chicken is looking to change that one up, and for once we don't have zeros on either side of this board here in this replay of the series. Chicken, that is huge, just getting a nice shot towards the left side of the goal. Now the reset going to have to come through for Alphabet Soup, because now only a 1-point game.
And with that proves that the beast can bleed, and if it bleeds, they can kill it. 2-1 now is the score. Alphabet Soup still up by 1, but 2-1 is definitely comebackable. A lot more comebackable than 2-0, for sure.
That definitely is, but still a 1-goal lead, still half the game though to play here. Turbo gonna try and set something up. Grayson with those back-to-back goals, looking to pop off once again. They will demo Grayson and make sure they can get something going. Flip reset there from Creed into the corner here for Turbo, though. Just going to take it. Creed and Chicken are way too far pushed up, and they are lucky Kayaks is there, because that could have been a really dangerous play.
Yeah, they get away with one for now. They have to stop making plays like that, or else they are going to be on a train to L-Town. But right now they get away with it, so count your blessings and go away. Never do that again. 2 minutes to go. 1-goal lead for Alphabet Soup. The Gents starting to struggle a little bit. Both of these teams really not finding anything meaningful on the offense. Definitely not like they were in the first half of this game.
Definitely not at all. Grayson, though, trying to secure the hat trick here, trying to get a third. They still lead by 1 here with 1.5 minutes left. A demo onto Style. Will mean this offense kind of has to just back up and reset. Chicken gonna get demoed, though. An opportunity. Kayaks will get the equalizer, and low scoring be damned. We have another tied game.
Yeah, we do. And the bouncing play almost bouncing off of the goalpost. And if the goalpost monster showed its face again, I was about to be a little bit upset because we've gone so long without seeing its ugly head, and then all of a sudden it just comes back. Come on now, give us a break, Mr. Crossbar Monster.
Exactly. Give us a break. Come on. Just relax for a little bit, and that's what it will do for now. And a 2v2 series, but Turbo striking when they need it most. Alphabet Soup is just a solo play. The waterfall, the defense, Creed. He's been so strong there all day long and just whipping it on that one. And that is possibly the walk-off goal in this game number 2 here for Alphabet Soup.
It really has. I mean, with 1 minute to go, that might be the goal that wins this game number 2, unless the Gents have something to say about it. An air dribble is there, and the shot is well placed. Turbo's a little too quick for it, really putting the turbo on. And now with 38 seconds to go, Alphabet Soup looks to taste the blue side of the field one last time and maybe extend their lead to 2 and get some insurance on this goal, or on this game.
Yeah, they really need insurance on the goal, and the game is what they want. And with 20 seconds left, still a danger here as a demo coming through on Grayson. A shot, an opportunity. Kayaks connects, assisted by Creed. And man, just neck and neck these two teams are. Although it isn't a low-scoring game, it'll be a 3-3 so far. And unless something crazy happens, we could be looking at yet another overtime.
We just might be. Kayaks has something to say about it, possibly. Both shots too high. And now Alphabet Soup, possibly the last shot of this game, will go to them if they can keep it up, which they can. Grayson trying to rush over. Yeah. And instead of keeping it up, the Gents decide to smash it down. No need to try to keep it up when Alphabet Soup knows how good they are in those jump ball plays.
Exactly, and overtime is going to be the decision here. Next goal will win, and it's large for both teams. We're talking about possibly going up 2-0 here for the Alphabet Soup team, or, you know, Gent could equalize, remove that 1 game advantage, but it's all going to come down to 1 single goal.
Yes, it is. There's no such thing as momentum anymore. Its next goal wins. Grayson! Shot on target, and that is it for the game. The misflip on the defender is what will end this game number 2. Chicken, actually not even close. I thought they were a little closer, but they were not. What a shot from Alphabet Soup. Does not even matter. The Gents cannot hold on, and they drop game number 2. And now they have a tall mountain to climb.
The mountain is going to be massive for them to climb. Also, yeah, posture check. Gotta check it up. Make sure we're good here. Definitely chilling here. But yeah, that's a big game, and I think a big game especially for the one and only Grace. I mean, you talk about getting those first 2 kills, locking in that lead, playing from ahead, and then overtime. Gents, I mean, I'm surprised they sent it to overtime when it's been all Alphabet Soup in overtime. And Grayson locks in that goal 3, the hat trick on that game. A huge game, and taking 2 now in that series.
That they do, and now it should be easy rolling. 2-0 Alphabet Soup. And if they can do it again, that will force Gents into a reverse sweep scenario, which has never been done in a Frost Esports Rocket League tournament.
Want to be reverse swept? That is not a fun time for anyone. So we'll see if they can do it, though. You know, would be fun to see history played out. We'll have to see how it goes as we get into this game number 3. A reminder: Alphabet Soup is going to be leading, but Creed. I mean, we're talking about 5 seconds in. Creed making up for those whiffs last game. Right off the kickoff, just steals it from Grayson, assisted by Chicken there. A nice goal here and a good start for the Gents.
A really good start. I don't think you can get a better start than that. I mean, maybe you can do it with like maybe 3 seconds off the clock if you're fast, but I mean, are you really going to get dicey over 2 seconds? I know I'm not. but I just thought it would be a little bit of a sarcasm I can bring into the broadcast.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm pretty trash. We don't get those under 3 seconds. That's an absolutely amazing goal there. And absolutely amazing. A lot of this, the previous series was really low scoring. So other than that last game kind of anomaly, you know, we're talking about goals are a big difference here. And you know, for Creed, that's a huge one, especially being all on defense this whole time, proving those offensive plays are there. And once again, they're going to try for it. A shot from Creed, have to be blocked from Grayson, but this offense just looking absolutely relentless here from these gents.
And Kayaks now proving that point, forcing 2 players of Alphabet Soup to commit. But Grayson with a banger of a shot forces Chicken now to make a save. And Style has another plan up his sleeve, another trick, if you will. No treats here for the team of Alphabet Soup.
Yep. Style is going to try and take that one, but Chicken gonna bounce it on back. Still a 1-goal lead here for the gents as ball bounces high and towards the middle here as Grayson going to once again seeing if they can be the equalizer here, because they need to be again down 1. Still 3.5 minutes, a lot of Rocket League left to play, but definitely want to equalize this one, want to equalize it fast. Is Turbo going to try and put on the Jets, flip reset on in, Grayson an opportunity for Kayaks. Really good defense, but it is just, again, relentless opportunities here from this Alphabet Soup team. Their offense really superb. We talked about it in those other series. See if they can continue it. A shot, an opportunity, but denied by Chicken.
That it is. The 2-minute mark has been reached. The Gents 2-0, possibly no. The goalpost monster shows its ugly head again, but Creed dunks on it and says, "Go back to your cave." 2-0 for the Gents.
Yeah, cross out Kayak's name actually on that assist. That assist is going to go to the goalpost monster, but that is huge for the side of Gents. We are now talking a 2-0 goal lead. Still half of this game, a lot of game left to play. They're going to have to lock down their defense, but for Alphabet Soup, that one definitely has to hurt, has to sting, as you're going to have to make up about a goal every minute and 15 here.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of ground to make up, and there is still half the game to do so. It is possible, but they got to get it going now. Right now, Kayaks is keeping the saves hot. Goalpost monster, please stop. Give us a break. Let us live and let us play some Rocket League.
Another one blocked, giving the assist over towards the Gents and then blocking one on Alphabet Soup's side. Just been there really unlucky today. A lot of those shots have been blocked. Creed gonna take another one here if they try and get it on in, but Creed's shot will go a little bit wide there. X is gonna try and keep it in. Style is trying to swing around here, trying to get something going. 1:45 for this Alphabet Soup team to try and recover as Creed sends one in. Oh, a goalpost monster into a post monster into a goal. That one was looking like it was going out.
Yes, it was, but it wasn't. It stays in, rolls in 9 miles per hour, and a huge way to strike yet again. And just like that, Alphabet Soup is getting destroyed here. 3-0 is the score. 90 seconds to go for this orange team to possibly come back. But something has to change on the back line if they want to make this comeback a reality.
It seems like a flip has just been switched here for the game plan of the Gents here. They are going absolutely insane in this game. 3-0, like you mentioned. A shutout at the moment, and only a minute left here for this Alphabet Soup team. And, you know, if they continue the series like that, it is not going to look good. So maybe just trying to get something here on these final minutes. Creed, though, is going to try and keep it otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one. Kayaks just with the pinch. I'm going to see how fast this one is. That's pretty fast. Kayaks 4-0 now off of the pinch. Turbo doing their best to save. It was a valiant effort, but it's not enough.
Another confidence booster, though, going towards the side of these Gents here. 4-0 is what you're looking at. A goal every 10 seconds is what it's going to have to be for Alphabet Soup. That is a lot of offense and not a lot of time here. Really just need to reset and think about this next game and think about the series. If it continues this way, most likely a shot there from Style almost goes in, but 30 seconds left, almost looking pretty detrimental here. Nothing really they can get done. We're talking about a 2-1 series, and that is definitely a confidence booster for the Gents, you'd have to say.
Oh, it is a huge confidence booster. A win over the Alphabet Soup team, especially in a decisive way like this, is a huge confidence booster. Alphabet Soup will try for a consolation goal here, but I don't think they're going to get it. No, they're not. Gents take game number 3, and they will not go into the night silently as we go into game number 4, 2-1.
I like that reset and that change there from the Gents, you know. Doing a good job in this game number 3 to make it a 2-1, at least try and catch themselves up a little bit up the hill that has been built in front of them. And you talk about shutting down Grayson, shutting down Style, shutting down these 3 players on the side of Alphabet Soup and just working it in. You know, Creed getting that opening goal, I think, was huge to give them a confidence booster. And hopping into game number 4, they're going to have to continue this confidence to try and continue in this series.
And they have to come back. They are just 1 game down. Meanwhile, Alphabet Soup 1 game away from match point as well as tournament point. So there's a lot on the line for this game on both sides of the ball. And this one is a big, big game for both of these teams, and they're going to try to win at all stops.
This game is huge for both of these teams. Like you mentioned, tournament on the line here. If this Alphabet Soup team does win, a possible 3-1 towards their favor. But last game looked a little bit rough. This game's going to have to be better. Turbo flying out of the corner there. Just a little bit too slow on that play. And once again, Grayson back to defend. That is the key of a good team. You know, having good players on both offense and defense, being able to make those rotations. And it seems both teams are doing it pretty well right now.
Oh, another shot from the Gents. So far, the Gents out shooting Alphabet Soup 5-0. The offense has been practically non-existent for Alphabet Soup here. And 1 minute and 30 seconds in, almost 0 shots is not a good look.
That is really not a good look. They need to get something going here because Kayaks, oh, that was too slow of a shot, just does not connect here in Style. We've seen the plays before. We've seen the solo plays, stealing the boost. Style up into the aerial, waterfalling it down, but no teammate is there. Grayson going to fly out of the corner and try and get something set up. A pass on in. Grayson, oh, it's right there, but the post monster eats yet another one.
Unbelievable. The shot from the post monster does it again. Grayson with the shot this time. Post monster eats another ball, and now we remain scoreless. Absolutely unbelievable play from the post monster. I mean, it's got to be the MVP of this game.
Definitely has to be. A demo, though, is going to come out, and it's been good offense this past 30 seconds to a minute for Alphabet Soup, but again, nothing connecting. These games have been very, very low scoring, and once again, Turbo's going to get demoed, and Chicken is going to try for something just a little bit high there on that. Going to be bounced on out, and both defenses holding strong. Nothing like last game where it was that 4-0.
And this is shades of the first series of the night, the winner's final, 0-0 halfway through. Let's see how far we go into this 0-0 land that we call game number 4. And we do have the predictions in, by the way. Gents winning the prediction with 90% of the vote. And Alphabet Soup stuck at 10%. So I think it is safe to say that the crowd has their winner in mind. And if the goalpost monster keeps doing Alphabet Soup dirty like it has been doing the entirety of this game, then I think you might just be right, chat.
We will have to see, but again, this is still a 0-0 game. Neither team scored just about yet. Style, though, trying to change that. Creed, once again, absolutely massive on the defense, but Turbo going to launch back into the corner here as they try and get something going, because Alphabet Soup, the offense has been there. It just seems like they can't connect, and Kayaks once again bolting that into the corner. Grayson trying to take it themselves. Creed is back. The rotations have been clean.
It's very clean. Clean as a whistle, if you will. And with 70 seconds left, once again, scoreless, shades of the winner's final. Which team will win? Will we be going into overtime, or will we be shutting this thing out in regulation? That still is yet to be answered. We're just going to have to see what the next 50 seconds has in store for us. Kayaks solo play does not work in their favor. Wants to keep it online and keep the pressure on Alphabet Soup, but it's not going to stay there for long as the ball gets hit back over to the blue.
They're going to have to try and bounce it on back in. 30 seconds left. Also, by the way, now in stores is our next book, Shades of the Winner's Final by Star and Llama, so make sure to go check that one out. But no, 20 seconds left here as they will try to get this one in. But yeah, it's just been so low scoring that neither team has been able to budge or get anything in yet. An opportunity denied once again from Creed. Time ticking down, and Star, we may have another overtime on our hands.
I think we might. 4 seconds to go, unless one of these teams can pull out some heroics. This is an opportunity. Chicken double tap. Oh my goodness. Oh. It hits the ground just before crossing the line. And you're right, Llama. We go into overtime. Scoreline 0-0. And it is truly shades of the winner's final. Which one of these teams will win? I will say in overtime, in the past, it has favored Alphabet Soup. But this could be the chance for the Gents to strike back and say that it was all a fluke. But will it happen?
Yeah, that will be the question on everybody's mind. And that last goal has to hurt. Kayaks got a one-on-one and will take it. Beats Grayson, and oh, the pass be damned. The series equalizers, best of 7, no. Down to a best of 3, a beautiful tap there from Kayaks and Gents. They find a way to equalize it, getting that final goal. It is 0-1 finish yet again.
Unreal. 0-1 is the score. The Gents managing to take it in overtime, and they break the streak of Alphabet Soup winning it out in OT. That's exactly what they need. 2 in a row for the Gents. They have the momentum, but they still need one more. They still need 2 more to win, 1 more to put themselves onto match point. And they have all the momentum in the world. I don't see why they shouldn't.
Yeah, they need to make sure, though. Alphabet Soup, we know their offense is very, very potent. If they let it get heated up, it could be a real struggle. But yeah, down to a best of 3. Winner's advantage gone. It is all down to these final possibly 3 games. And it just seems, honestly, these teams are really, really closely matched. Yes, it is going to be advantage 2 games in a row from the Gents, but both of these teams are so good. They have gotten themselves to these grand finals, and it's going to come down to just these 3 games to decide who gets this prize.
Yes, it is. We're back at an even slate, a best of 3. And which team will win 2 games first? Whichever team does takes home the grand prize of the $70, and the loser has to be content with second place. As early on, these teams looking for some offense. Both of these teams having some glimmers of offensive possession, but nothing really challenging just yet.
Kayak's going to go for a double bounce there. Very, very dangerous. We've seen the offensive weapons before, but an opportunity here. Creed, there's an overcommitment from 2 of his teammates. Kayak just barely gets that rotation back in time, but the offense continuing. Titl trying to continue this offense as 4 minutes now is on the clock. Once again, a stalemate. This is what we have here in this game number 5.
Yeah, we do. The stalemate coming out, showing its ugly head once again. We just cannot get a high-scoring matchup between these 2 teams lately. I mean, the winner's final, it was all 1-0s. This one, a minute and a half in, Still 0-0. We're on pace for another 1-0. Unless one of these teams can show some heroics and really open up the score line. But I mean, neither one of these teams really doing anything special at the moment.
Both just playing some good defense. That is the key for them. But it's like you said, we've really had no smashing games in this series other than the 4-0 by Gents. But talking about it, we had that first game where it was still really even. We talk about a 4-3 in overtime going to Alphabet Soup. Can't talk about it for long because Kayaks, the Gents, riding that momentum, and Dragons will fly out of the goal from that momentum. Beautiful shot layered in between two defenders. I don't know how he gets that in.
I'm not sure either. All I know is that the angle was pretty nice, and it results in a 1-0 lead for the Gents. There is some work to be done on the offensive side of the ball for Alphabet Soup, as right there, a shot is taken by this orange team, but the Gents really starting to hold up. Another huge angle on the shot, and this time Grayson is able to make that save, keep this game within arm's reach, but it's still very dangerous. Style has to make that touch, and that ball just barely gets out of harm's way.
Just barely, very, very close again for that goal, and half this game already expired. Again, you mentioned it. We've seen a lot of low-scoring games here. So for this 1-goal lead for Gents, it's huge. They need to get reset, but Turbo, the equalizer, the first offense we have seen from this Alphabet Soup team in a while. And you love to see that. The bounce off from Style, the overcommit from the enemy player, and Creed just does not get there in time, whose rotations have been clean in the past.
Yeah, such cleanness on those rotations, but this time they simply falter, and those misfires happen. It's an unfortunate part of Rocket League, but the miscommunications are going to happen from time to time. The only way to stop them from happening is just focus on stopping them in the future, because there's nothing you can do about it in the moment.
Yeah, no one is a perfect player. Mistakes do happen, but the important thing is just looking forward, because you're still at a tied game. Even though you let that goal in, it is still 1-1 here. Grayson and Turbo trying to set something up. Creed there, though, to try and get this clear out. Going to stay in the blue sector here for just a little bit. Kayak going to try and set something up, but once again, volleyball type of game for both of these teams. Demo from Turbo. I know he was looking for a goal there, so that one does sting a little bit.
Yeah, stings like a bee, does not float like a butterfly, however. 90 seconds to go, tied up at 1-1, and we're at a very medium game. So far, most of the games have been either high scoring or very low scoring. This one's kind of in the middle, 1-1 on the scoreboard for both of these teams. With a minute left to go, there's some potential for a couple more goals to be scored, but by which team? Looks like right now it's going to be Alphabet Soup. The Gents defense holding up really strong. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense.
Yeah, the defense is huge, assisted by that fourth player, the crossbar monster. Going absolutely huge here tonight for both teams, but a 1-1, like you mentioned, it is kind of a little bit more scoring than they've seen. We've seen a lot of 0-1s in their series, in their past series, but we'll see who can finish it out. I mean, we're talking about gaining the momentum in the series lead in this one for whoever wins this game. And with 30 seconds left, I mean, we've seen a lot of overtimes already. Another one if no one scores in these next 20 seconds. Grayson trying to deny that opportunity.
And the Gents are on the front foot now. It does not stay like that for long, but the Gents manage to get on the front foot, and when they're on the front foot, good things happen. Can they do it again? 4 seconds to go. Creed carries it over Style, but this ball is going to roll across the ground. There's nothing that either of these two teams can do with that ball, so they let it go into OT. And we have saw what has happened earlier on tonight. The series going into overtime, or the game going into overtime, usually going the way of Alphabet Soup. And this time, it stays like that. The Gents cannot strike back, and the tradition continues.
I mean, the plays off this man right here, Style, going towards the namesake of himself. That is absolutely beautiful. Getting that bump all to your own. And that is a goal that Alphabet Soup needed. I mean, we were talking about losing 2 games in a row. That series was looking rough for a while, but they get the connection, they get the goal, and they will get 3v2 in this series, and they are on everything point, match, and tournament point.
One more game, Llama, and we might just have our champion. The Gents need to bring everything out if they want to win. They need to win 2 in a row, which they have done before. But the question is not, can they do it? The question is, will Alphabet Soup let them do it again?
That really is the question. I mean, both of these teams, I mean, we've seen their potency. Both these teams so good at this game, and it is showing. I mean, this series is so tight. The games are so tight, but I mean, we talk about the key offensive players for this Alphabet Soup team. I mean, Grayson scoring a lot in that first win, that 4-3 win. That hat trick was huge, but I mean, we haven't talked about Style that much because Style has just been making solo plays all day long for this team, and it really is winning them games and winning them series.
Yeah, it is. Style making a lot of solo plays. But one thing I'm a little nervous about is how well is it going to work this deep in the series? The Gents are going to be worried about those solo plays, and they're not going to let Alphabet Soup get away with them as much. And Style, being a very individual player, might cause some problems here because it's going to take some really good pass plays and some team-oriented plays to break down this defense. So I'm not sure how the solo play game is going to work out in this game number 6 and possibly game number 7.
I'll have to see if it can, convert into a team play, but it really has been Creed, the player on the side of Gents, to try and be that defensive player, be that one-on-one to try and stop Style, and he is just going to continue doing it. A minute, almost and a half into this game number 6, and once again, if Alphabet Soup win here, it is all over. We'll see if they can change that, or if the Gents will let that happen. But Turbo's going to try for something. The defense there, once again, Chicken and Creed just been huge there on the defense.
Oh, what a whip from Style! Turbo is there to make the connection, though. Oh my goodness. Style had such an opportunity, but they were just on the inside of the ball, tapping it out. But Turbo, luckily for them, Style did not whiff for nothing.
I mean, Style, even though, you see the whiff on the left side, getting back and trying to protect that ball so your teammate can get a shot. And that is the team play you need. Oh, it is not looking good for the Gents as a second goal scored in a row here. Turbo is going fast here, 57 miles an hour on that shot. And it is a rough scenario here from the Gents.
It is rough. Very bad way to start for the Gents. They've been so good about not letting anything early in, but this time it all comes crashing down 2-0, and the goalpost monster strikes again, doing some disdain for the Gents, or showing some disdain for the Gents, I should say. 3 minutes left on the clock. Kayaks making a last-second save to keep this game somewhat reasonable as we stay at a 2-goal deficit. The Gents trying to do something to change that, but they have to wait a little bit longer if they want to do so.
A nice flying pass there from Turbo, doing everything here on the field, but the goalpost monster, crossbar monster going to take another one. Grayson with the shot there, goes a little bit wide left, and you're talking about dire straits now here. 2.5 minutes for this Gents team. If they do not come back, if they do not tie this up, they are all done. There is no safety for them, but Chicken is going to be cooking tonight. Beautiful shot, beautiful, just one-on-two actually. Beats 2 defenders, clean footwork, 62 miles an hour, and Chicken's gonna cut it to 1.
The one-on-one into the one-on-one is a very well-respected strategy. I mean, a one-on-two seems hard to win. Oh, let me stop myself right there. What was this? The fake? Actually, not even the fake, just the whiff from Grayson ultimately leads to Kayek scoring a goal. This is all tied up. Llama, what happened?
That is just a huge whiff. You cannot miss that one. Grayson, oh, just going so wide. Just like you said, not even a fake, just not able to connect on that ball. And what is happening is now we have a tied game, it seems. Once again, this series is so close and everyone on edge, it seems. Double demo. Looks like Chicken and Turbo will trade cars there, go into the car afterlife together. But be able to respawn and hopefully get something going. And it looks like the aggression here from Alphabet Soup. You know, we're seeing this in this last game. They're starting to go for more demos and go for a little bit more offensive plays, and they're going to need it as Style takes one into the net.
That they do, but can they score it? Not right now. 90 seconds left on this clock. And oh no, that was the worst touch you could possibly make. The touch is not good enough. And I mean, Turbo just tapping it back. Kayek thought he had an easy clear over into the corner so they could regroup. But no, that is just a laser into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Turbo, that is just a beautiful, beautiful play to put it into the enemy defender. And you know he's coming that way. And he's got no chance. Sends it on back right into the goal. And all of the sudden, with a minute and 15, those two goals go answered here. Alphabet Soup, a minute left. They have to hold on, though.
They do. And the Gents have been very good about coming back from these and scoring a couple of times in quick succession. We just saw it earlier in this game number 6. I mean, Chicken double tap potential is off the charts, but the double tap doesn't connect. The defense of Alphabet Soup holding up. And for the first time in a long time, the Alphabet Soup making a truly amazing save. And now the Gents have to reset.
Now they gotta reset. Only 30 seconds here for them. They need a goal or they are done. And Turbo says, you're gonna need two. Beautiful shot assisted by Grayson. And Alphabet Soup, with how much time is on the clock, may have just locked down this entire tournament.
I think so. 27 seconds to go, and the Gents need a miracle here any given Monday night, but this might not be the one you need. Halloween might just be over, and it has been a horror movie for the Gents. 10 seconds to go. Turbo wants one more. 5 goals on the game for Turbo. And what a game it is. Alphabet Soup are your Blizzard 62 champions.
Yeah, they have to be. I mean, 10 seconds left. No chance for the Gents, and that one just hurts. A moral victory from the side of Alphabet Soup. It's just a formality. The time on the clock, it will dip down. Once the ball hits the ground, the tournament will be over. Turbo gonna keep it up. He wants one more. He wants a double hat trick. Chicken gonna try and not give it to him, but they're gonna bounce it to the ground. Alphabet Soup, like you mentioned, will win the tournament coming into this final series with that game advantage. And it is all going to work out in their favor. They take that first game to go up 2-0. Gents come back, tying it 2-2, but they say, we'll take those final 2 games and win it 4-2.
What a last series. Truly the correct matchup for the grand finals. They were by far the 2 best teams in this tournament, but there is a clear winner here, and that team is Alphabet Soup, also known as abcdefghijklmnopqrstuvwxy and Z.
Yeah, they'll be a winner, and they definitely deserve it. Like you said, their offense, I was a little bit worried, you know, coming into this grand final. Their defense did look a little shaky, but as soon as they got into that winners final, absolute lockdown from that defense, not letting really anything in. We talk about a 0-1 on every single game in that winners final series, 3 of them going towards Alphabet Soup. Just really good job. You saw all those star players start to light up, and they will take the majority of that prize pool and the pride that comes with winning here tonight.
That they will. Congratulations to them. And a huge GG's to the gents. And of course, a huge GG's to Sanctuarians for placing third. So we cannot leave them out. They don't get any of the prize pool, but they definitely deserve a little bit of recognition. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. I have been joined by Llama77. I have been Starcoin the Pirate. Thank you to Nick on production as well. That's all from us. This has been the Frost Esports Twitch channel. We're signing off for tonight. We will see you tomorrow with some more Rocket League action.